Hey guys, Flamingo here, your coach of Kooparoo Crabhammers. Today we are back with Season 2 of the Sandbox Draft League. That is the Little Cup server that I am a mod in. We came second in Season 1, so we're going into Season 2 in Scarlet and Violet now. So little bit of housekeeping. I haven't been uploading my videos of battles lately. My capture card has shat itself. So if anyone has a capture card they want to give me, hit your boy up. If not, I think I'll probably look at buying one this weekend. At some point, I might even try and get some metho into the connections of the capture card and clean it up a bit. But anyway, so we have just started the season 2 of the Sandbox Draft League. We have just completed the draft. I was 13th pick overall out of 14, so I was pretty much on the wheel. My Aussie homeboy in Jaden was number 14. So going into this, we had 10 picks that we had to pick. We had one tier 1, two tier 2s, two tier 3s, and a tier 4 that we had to take, and then we had, I think, 100 points or 90 points, 100 points to use to get 4 free picks over that. It was a bit of a strange one because we didn't have enough tier 5s for everyone. So when we got to everyone picking their final tier 5s, the last 5 tier 5s that were picked, we just kind of randomized them to each person. And so that didn't actually happen to me. I think I got the last tier 5 before it was the final 5. And it's shit. It's fucking shit. So I might not even bring it. But anyway, so going into this, I had no real plan. I just know what I wanted my first 2 Pokemon to be. And since I was heading towards the wheel, I thought, you know what, I could probably get those 2. So in DPEC, not in the Draft League, but just in sort of like their standard sort of battles that they have weekly, I was using a Skiddo Flabebe combo. So that's what I wanted to go with first. So I got Skiddo first. It was tier 3. It has a 350 base stat total, which is kind of nutty, but it's also very bulky for the format. Not as bulky as my Vullaby from last season, but it has a 66, 48, 57 defenses, so it is quite a good Eviolite user. I've got quite a few good Eviolite users as we go along. So this guy is good at setting up. It has like the bulk up sort of strategy, plus has a way to recover itself, and pairs really well with that Flabebe, which was my second pick. So yeah, I can see this guy being an Eviolite most weeks for me, but as we go along, you'll see I have a lot of other bulky Pokemon that could also benefit from having the Eviolite. Speaking of bulky Pokemon that could benefit having the Eviolite, we got my second pick, which is Flabebe. I don't even have a picture for it. That's disgusting. Anyway, so just pretend there's a Flabebe there. Wait a sec. Okay, so I couldn't have that. So I found a Flabebe picture. We got a Flabebe picture. We're good to go. So I got this round 2. It has a very impressive special defense for the format. It has like 79 base special defense. What is its base stat total? It is... it's 303, so it's over that 300 mark, which I like. If you saw my videos from last season, I really like that. That getting Pokemon over that 300 base stat total. Has like decent special attack as well. It's 61, so this could be like a specially offensive mon. You know, I've started off with a physically offensive mon. Now have a more specially offensive Pokemon. This also has the ability Flower Veil, which pairs really good with the Skidoo. Flower Veil, you know, prevents what's it called? Status and prevents stat lowering from happening. So you know, I could even terror something into a grass type and stop it from being status and stuff like that. So this is going to be like a handy little Pokemon. Has base 42 speed, which, you know, the 40s are kind of mid for this format. We really want to be getting stuff under base 30 or over base 70. But having stuff in the middle is good because it also makes your opponents spread out their sort of EVs in their speed. So then I had to wait until it got back to me. Round 3, I went with one of my favorite little guys, and that is the Makuhita. Let's get rid of Flabebe. You can disappear now. There we go. Makuhita. Makuhita is a good support Pokemon, but also a good offensive piece, depending on how I want to use it. Has the same abilities as Hariyama: Guts, Sheer Force, and Thick Fat. So Thick Fat probably better equipped towards a supportive defensive set, whereas like the Guts sort of Sheer Force stuff better for an offensive set. Has a great variety of support moves as well, like Fake Out, White Guard. Fake Out's not so hard to come by in the format, but Wide Guard is super hard to come by in the format. So it just makes spread moves harder to use against you. I got absolutely dunked on by Discwake in D-Pack because there's literally only one Pokemon that you can do it without wasting your Terra, and that's like Wattrel. And they also had Mudbray, and that fucking destroyed me. So anyway, I've got Makuhita, has the Fake Out, has a Wide Guard, has all the same physically offensive moves that Hariyama does. Also has the best move in the format, Knock Off. Love that move. Best move. Get rid of that Eviolite. So it's not a Flamingo draft if there's not an Intimidator and there's not a Boggy Dark type. So we've got Mastiff. Mastiff I used in D-Pack, and it was really fucking good. Its move pool coverage is absolutely nuts. Things that you wouldn't think it gets. And so this is, and really good Terra target. Because it has such a variety of moves that it can have, you can just like have one of those as your Terra type. Now you have Stab on 2 attacks. It's really good. So really good move pool. Intimidate helps keep my Pokemon around for longer. So then I wanted to start getting some speed control, and I really had my eyes set on Finian. Finizen. Finizen went first round. So I was then looking at Finian. And when I decided to go for Finian, someone else decided to get it, and so I didn't get Finian. So instead I got another water type from the same tier in tier 3. So round 5 I got tier 3 Sobble. Now, Sobble has a good water move in Water Pledge, which we are severely lacking thanks to the lack of Scald in Scarlet and Violet. So pretty happy that I have a special water type that can use a reliable move, not just relying on Hydro Pump or something like Water Pulse, which just does not hit numbers. So yeah, not a lot to say about Sobble. It's fast, base 70 speed, so now we've got our first Pokemon that's actually fast. What's Mastiff? I think Mastiff is like 51, and Makuhita's 25. So 25, that's good in Trick Room. Mastiff is sort of one of those mid-speed tiers, but Sobble's like our first fast Pokemon. So I didn't get the Tailwind that I wanted. That's all right. So I thought, screw it. I'm not even going to go Trick Room now. I am just going to complete my Fire Water Grass Call. So I've got Skiddo. I now have the Sobble, and I am running it back with Salandit. Salandit I used in a Sandbox Draft League Season 1. It's really good support Pokemon. Fake Out has all the status moves. I've got Will-O-Wisp Toxic here, has all the other ones as well. Corrosion, so if you're a Steel or a Poison type, I can still fire off a 100% accurate Toxic into you, and has Fake Out. Like, that's what I did in Season 1. I just got shitloads of Fake Out. That means no one else could have it, and that means I got to have more of it. And the more Fake Out you have on your team, the less Fake Out pressure you have on an individual mon to run it. So yeah, pretty happy about Salandit again. I now start just trying to fill out some type cores, and I was going to do a trade with someone, but they backed out. Fuck you, Rollo. Cunt. No, that's all right. I ended up still being able to adapt and go down the path that I wanted to do. So my next pick is another 4 times a week Pokemon. I wanted a Steel type, so I got Varoom. I've been seeing Wakeman use it, not Varoom, but Revaroom in PDPL, and I just think it's a good anti sort of bullshit mon. Things like Taunt, Haze. Plus it's got that Steel typing, so there's lots of things that it wants to switch into. And I think this is just a real slappable Pokemon. If you're not sure what your last slot should be, just slap Revaroom on there, because it's going to be able to do something. Be it switch in to take a hit, or be able to do that anti-bullshit sort of stuff. So yeah, looking forward to using this. It has, again, I think it's got a mid-speed compared to some of the other Pokemon. What is it? 47, so yeah, that's mid. But it's got like quite a good defense stat in 63 and a good attack stat in 70. Also gets access to, the normal sort of stab moves like Reveroom does. Your spin out, your iron head, your gunk shot, your poison jab. Plus, then it's got some other sort of um, moves that can really help it. Just seeing if there's anything really noteworthy on there. There is, but I don't want to talk about them. It's really the speed control sort of stuff I'm looking for. Not particularly. Anyway, that's all right. That's all right. So next, so that was what, round 7. So then went to Jaden, came back to me, and I went for another run back from Sandbox Draft League Season 1 because I felt I just didn't use this to its full potential. Like I had a lot of other things I wanted to bring over it, but I think I'm going to get lots of use out of it this season, and that is my boy Evie, or my girl Evie, whatever. So I feel like I said, underused it in Season 1, just with like Choice Band or Choice Specs, that adaptability boost is just ridiculous. It gets Quick Attack, it gets Double Edge, it gets Facade, it gets Hyper Voice, so it gets lots of cool shit. Hopefully I can run back some of my sets from Season 1. What did I use? I used a Choice Spec set one week. I think I used a like a Facade set because I definitely thought I was getting status, which I did. And so Facade came in like pretty clutch, just to nuke shit. It was a Silk Scarf set. So we're coming towards the end of our draft. We got 2 more picks to go. I still don't have a tier 1 and I still don't have a tier 4. So I've filled out all through the middle. So now I know I've got at least 8 usable Pokemon. Because that was a big thing a lot of people have. If they went too top heavy, they might have 7 usable Pokemon, then have to take 3 tier 1s, and some of them were just fucking horrendous. Speaking of horrendous, let's go into my tier 4. It is shithouse. It is Combee. So the tier was completely depleted. There were 6 Pokemon left, so I got to choose like the final one before we got to the 5 randomized ones. And this is the extent of its moveset. It has, I think, 7 moves that it can use. So Terra Blast, Bug Buzz, Sleep Talk, Bug Bite, Gust, Struggle Bug, and Sweet Scent. That's the extent of it. Could have at least given it Protect. That would have been nice. Just give it Protect. I think U-Turn could have also worked well on this. Like U-Turn and Protect would have made this Pokemon at least decently usable. Has Hustle, so like, yes, it's only base 30 attack, but this is base 30 attack in a format where shit is weak. So, maybe I could do some Choice Band, Hustle, Bug Bites. That could be interesting. I could use like Sweet Scent and then get my Hustle attacks off. But fuck, who knows? Good thing is though, base 70 speed. It's fucking quick, and it gives me an immunity to ground. So that's more why I got. I actually was going for Tynamo, which I think has an equally a shithouse move pool. Tynamo has 5 attacks it can use. Has Terra Blast, Thunder Wave, Charge Beam, Spark, and Tackle. So, it's got a better move pool than Tynamo, but Tynamo has no weaknesses since it's got Levitate. They both have also no stats. But that's anyway. Anyway, let's move away from Tynamo and Combee. There's not much to say about Combee. It is my ground immunity. So then I have my final Pokemon, which I got in round 10. I was the only one left to pick a tier 1, and there was sweet fuck all left, but I think this guy should work pretty well. We've got a little bit of type overlap, but not too much, and that is my boy Slowpoke. So Slowpoke offers me really good bulk, especially on the physical side, but it's also got like a swollen as shit HP. So it kind of makes up for that slightly lower special defense. So this is going to be another really good sort of Eviolite user. Gives me speed control, gives me a Trick Room user, because I missed out on getting my Tailwind earlier. I also could not be bothered getting Trick Room then, and this was kind of one of 2 Pokemon left, I think, on the entire board, and they were both tier 1. It was between this and Spoink. And I just think this has a bit better physical bulk and probably comparable special bulk. But I think Spoink has got way worse HP. Spoink is 60-70, whereas Slowpoke is 90-45. So 90-40. So it's probably still in Spoink's favour, but kind of comparable. And then, yeah, it's just way better physically defensive. So if I want to set Trick Room, I'm not just going to get like nuked from one side or the other, because both are quite good. Actually, it's got 80 special defense. That's ridiculous on the Spoink. That's pretty good. Anyway, so I just think it's a bit better all round, and it's also got base 15 speed as opposed to Spoink's base 60, so it can function in Trick Room way better than what the Spoink can. What's its base stat total? 315. So yeah, it's got 15 less base stat total, but if you account for the speed, like Spoink's got 45 more speed. So really, Slowpoke's got 30 more usable stats. So yeah, I think I made the right decision there. Also gets access to like Icy Wind and Thunder Wave. So if I want to go like Slowpoke supporting my faster mons, I can do that as well. So yeah, that's my team. That's my team. I'm not happy, but I'm not unhappy with it. I think everyone's kind of in the same boat. Like, we all got a lot of good picks, but we also had to take some shit like my little B Combi. But like he's got like Bug Buzz, which is base 90, and it's got Hustle, which can make up for it. So yeah, that's my team, guys. Hopefully I do well this season and actually, make playoffs and win it this season. That would be really nice. But anyway, yeah, logging off. I'll see you all next time. Hopefully I've got a fucking capture card so I can actually record this shit.